What is going on, Bolt Nation, and welcome to another Division 2 video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about crafting and how you could craft weapons, items, and gears in the Division 2. As if you guys know, one of the cool aspects of crafting materials in the Division 2 is the fact that you will be able to unlock special bonuses and also special armor options that you wouldn't be able to do if you just find the loot hanging around. Granted, there is a lot of loot in Washington, D.C., all over and scattered throughout the world, but there's nothing like being able to craft something that you want and getting something really different than you would if you just found the item. So that's what we're going to be focusing in today's video. We're going to be walking you through on what you need to do to craft and how you will be able to craft. If that sounds like something you guys are interested in, please like this video and show me some love and support. But before we get started, I do want to recommend a video for you guys, and that is how to level up fast in a Division 2. The reason why I want to recommend this video is because it's going to be very crucial that you follow the steps I say in the video, because it's going to be very beneficial for you and also for your teammates. So definitely check out that video and learn how to level up the correct way. I will also have a video on how to power level after you do the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 4 and all that, but you guys will know exactly what I mean when you guys get to the end game. Now, like I mentioned in the introduction, guys, crafting gears and being able to upgrade your armor and weapons is very beneficial in the game, but this can often give you an extra push to be able to stay alive or deal extra damage on high-level bosses. Especially as you dive deeper into the end game, you're gonna notice that there's certain weapons that need a little bit more of a buff, or certain armor pieces that need a little bit more help, or you just want to find a better synergy between the items that you have. Maybe you want to use more skills, maybe you want to be more armored, and this is where crafting comes into play. But before you can get your hands dirty and greasy on crafting, you're going to first need to be able to unlock crafting. Now, some of you guys might already have it unlocked because you guys have done the story mission, but for those of you newcomers, if you want to know a quick reference, you're going to need to unlock the crafting option. In order for you to unlock the crafting option, you're going to need to complete the Grand Washington Hotel story mission, and you're going to then need to go to the theater settlement. Once you go to the theater settlement, you're then going to need to look for a character and recruit that character, which is known as Iana. Now, once you go ahead and pick her up, she will then get reallocated to the Washington White House, and then just head over to the White House, go in straight, make a quick left, and then another quick left, and that will take you to the workbench where she's located. One pro tip I want to give you guys: don't worry too much about crafting at the early stages of the game. Start worrying about crafting when you get past 30 and you're trying to rank up your power gear or your gear score to a higher level. On top of that, when you get world tier 4, that's when things become more important, because you're going to want to make sure you craft the right gear and that you're getting the right brand to create a great synergy between your items that you have and the items that you want to obtain, or just to figure out exactly what's the best playstyle that you want to go with: passive, tanky, and all that good stuff. I'll have videos breaking down what you should be looking for depending on your playstyle. Now, in order for you to craft an item, you are going to need materials. Materials are pretty much scattered throughout the entire world. You can definitely pick those up fairly easily. But if you guys need to know exactly how to farm it and how to never run out of materials, I'll have a complete guide telling you guys what is the best place to farm materials is located. Now, on top of that, guys, you're also going to need to find receiver components, proactive fabric, and also printer filaments. Now, where can you exactly pick these up? Well, you can pick these up by doing the following. Each weapon that you deconstruct will give you receiver components. Each gear that you disconstruct will give you proactive fabric, and each mod that you dismantle will give you printer filaments. Now, occasionally you will also get ceramic, steel, and polycarbonate from deconstructing materials, but the main way to actually obtain those are through finding them in the world. Like I said, I will have a farming video coming really soon. Now, on top of this, it's also good to know who is dropping one, because each faction drops certain material more than others. This is going to be important because maybe you have a blueprint and you're trying to figure out how to put it together, and you might be missing something. You're like, where can I actually find these? Then you are going to need to know exactly where to go. For example, the hyenas drop polycarbonate, and they generally also drop electronics from high-level enemies. True Sons drop steel and carbon fiber from higher level enemies, and the Alcats drop ceramic and titanium from stronger members. Now, in the later stages of the game, you're also going to find more rare materials, like, for example, GmbH shields, Providence defense, grade 3 fiber, and really interesting stuff like pistol triggers. Now, all of these will be dropping by elite enemies and anybody that's a yellow bar and has a name above his head, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you keep an eye out for those. Lastly, the last material you will need in order to craft are E-credits. If you guys want to know how to farm E-credits, I have a video telling you guys exactly what you will need to do to get a massive amount of E-credits, so definitely do check out that video. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Now that we fully understand how crafting works and we know where the crafting workbench is at, we know the material we're going to need, we know where to get the material, how exactly do you craft high tier weapons? How do you craft high tier loot? Well guys, in the Division 2, there are things known as blueprints. Now, blueprints are gathered from different areas. You could get a blueprint by completing a mission. If the mission gives you a blueprint, you could definitely check if a mission gives you a blueprint by highlighting and going over that mission and seeing if a blueprint is available. On top of that, you could also get blueprints by completing side missions that give you that blueprint. And also you could get blueprints by completing different assignments that are assigned in different bases of operations. Once you obtain that blueprint, you are then able to craft this weapon. Now, the good thing about this is that this weapon is not tied to a specific number. So let's say you get a blueprint that's, you got it before you hit 30, right? And that blueprint says if you craft it, your weapon's only going to be 27. And you keep grinding and grinding and you get to a point where your gear score is almost 400 and you're like, man, I wish I had that weapon because that weapon was really OP. Well, good news for you guys. You could definitely craft that weapon to your gear score, which makes it really good and really interesting. That's where crafting really comes into play, and that's where it actually shines. If you guys have a weapon that you guys fell in love with, that you really like, and you have a blueprint for that specific weapon, you're always able to craft that weapon to any gear score or any gear level that you currently are. So no matter when you get that blueprint, as long as you keep that blueprint, you will always be able to craft it. But the question is, Laser, how does this work? Well, in order for you to craft a high tier item, you're going to have to learn to upgrade your crafting station. Every time you go ahead and enter a new world tier, for example, once you complete the whole story mission and you hit level 30, you're able to go to your station and you're able to make sure that your workbench is up to world tier 1. Once your workstation is up to world tier 1, you're able to craft the weapons that are 200 to 275. If you upgrade your workbench to tier 2, you're able to craft weapons that are 300 to 325. And as you keep going higher and higher in your level, you'll be able to craft weapons to that specific gear score, which makes it really awesome. And there you guys have it. That pretty much rounds off how crafting works in the Division 2. I hope this video helped you understand a little bit more on how crafting works, and it has you guys excited to make sure you get as many blueprints as you possibly can to get the best weapon you guys could possibly want. Now, if you do enjoy videos like this, do me a huge favor, guys. Subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you guys can stay up to date to things that are going on in the Division. Drop a like, and don't forget to follow us on any of our social medias. We stream every day, and definitely check us out on Twitch and hit us with that follow, or follow us over on Twitter. We'd love to shout it up or maybe get a chance to play with you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video.